Today at noon, hope you packed your patience this holiday weekend. Traffic expected to be worse this year than last, but there's still plenty to be thankful for. And many people are choosing to spend the holidays with friends. We're looking into the newer trend known as Friendsgiving today at noon.
This is News 3 at noon.
Good afternoon, I'm Mark Kane. Today is one of the busiest travel days of the year. 4.4 million people are expected to fly somewhere for Thanksgiving. That's a look at a packed O'Hare Airport in Chicago. Air travel for Thanksgiving expected to increase more than 5% compared to last Thanksgiving weekend. Flying for the holiday will cost you, though, with the average ticket price during the holiday week running around $500 round trip.
I'm really excited to have food for Thanksgiving because I kind of like trees.
We wanted to avoid the craziness of tomorrow. Traveling with children is a challenge. Anything we can do to minimize the disruptions is what we want to do.
I'm the runner. I always run from gate to gate, answering calls on the radio, people calling me.
As for driving, nearly 49 million Americans will drive at least 50 miles this Thanksgiving. This is also up around 5% compared to last year. Let's see how the travel conditions are going to be. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti is with us today over in the Weather Center. Pretty quiet around here.
Yeah, skies are cloudy, temperatures are cold, but all in all, travel-wise, shouldn't be a problem around here, at least for the first part of the Thanksgiving weekend. Let's start out by taking a look, first of all, though, at an alert day that we put in, and this is for basically late Sunday afternoon into Sunday night. There's the possibility for some light snow in the afternoon. Could be mixed with a little rain, but eventually changing over to light snow Sunday night with about 1 to 3 inches of accumulation possible. Again, that's at a time where people will be traveling back home, so that's why we have the alert day in the forecast. For Thanksgiving itself, things look pretty good. Mostly cloudy skies, maybe a little sun mixed in at times, but temperatures will climb into the middle 30s and become a little breezy in the afternoon. Now, on Doppler track right now, it looks like there's some light snow falling, but if you take a look at pinpoint visibilities, they're generally at or above 10 miles. A few places like over toward Lone Rock, down to about 5 miles. So there might be a little bit of snow flurry activity. For the most part, though, it'll be very light. Low temperatures this morning started out in the mid to upper 20s thanks to the cloud cover. Current temperatures are only a degree or two above that. They'll probably only stay around 30 for much of the day, even though wind chills will make it feel about 10 degrees colder. By this afternoon, look for a high temperature later this afternoon of near 30 degrees. And then tonight, look for mostly cloudy skies. Might see a few flurries or even a little patchy freezing drizzle with low temperatures tonight in the middle 20s. And then Thanksgiving itself should be pretty quiet. I'll have more on the travel forecast in a little bit.
All right, very chilly for this time of year. Let's see, check back in a few minutes. Thank you, Gary. Okay. And just a day before Thanksgiving, grocery store shelves from coast to coast have been stripped of romaine lettuce. The FDA and CDC say the leafy vegetable is connected to an E. coli outbreak. This outbreak has made more than 30 people in 11 states sick. 13 people have been hospitalized and 1 person has suffered kidney failure. Until investigators determine the source of the bad romaine, they are warning Americans to stay away from all romaine lettuce. It's expected to rain very hard in Northern California over the next few days, and that'll help get the Camp Fire under control, but it also could bring mudslides and impact recovery efforts in Northern California. Crews are searching for close to 900 people who are missing from the region. More than 80 people have been confirmed dead as a result of the fire.
Think about how many people were trapped. What puts it into perspective when you look down below?
Any area that has this much dense vegetation, the fire was moving very fast. And so for people to get out of its way was difficult.
The Camp Fire destroyed an area bigger than 115,000 football fields. And Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers is donating $1 million to help with wildfire relief in Northern California. Rodgers is from Butte County up there. The Camp Fire is being called the most devastating and deadliest wildfire in California history. In addition to meeting basic needs, the Aaron Rodgers NorCal Fire Recovery Fund will focus on kids programs, youth and high school sports, and housing. Well, here's some good news for anybody who drives in Madison. Monroe Street expected to reopen in both directions by the end of today. The city says everything should be back up and running by sometime mid-afternoon. Bus routes will start up again in the area tomorrow. City crews will finish installing street signs over the next couple of weeks. The UW says it is awarding nearly 800 freshmen with free tuition this year as part of the university's Bucky Tuition Promise program. That's about 18% of the current freshman class. Students whose families make less than $56,000 a year are eligible. The university says the program covers 4 years at UW's flagship university and is funded through private gifts, not taxpayer dollars. A new television ad is giving Wisconsin the title it deserves, the State of Cheese, though the governor already made that a law last year. The ad says Wisconsin does cheese better than anybody else, encouraging people to look for the Proudly Wisconsin badge when they're shopping. Wisconsin wins more cheese-related awards than any other state or country. And we make nearly half of the country's supply of specialty cheeses. Get this, last year we produced 3.1 billion pounds of it. Oh, a growing number of people across the country are celebrating Friendsgiving. A survey from chowhow.com found 1 out of 3 people plan to attend or host a Friendsgiving this year. The show Friends featured the idea of spending the holiday with friends back in 1994, but the term Friendsgiving didn't start gaining traction until 2007 when a hashtag helped it take off on social media. It also gives people a chance to celebrate the holiday if they can't get home to family.
We may not necessarily want to go home for the holidays, and planning a Friendsgiving is the next best thing. You get to surround yourself with people that you actually want to talk to at the dinner table and not crazy Aunt Mildred.
Oh, poor Aunt Mildred gets no respect. Well, all right, up next, we'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
Today, I'm going to show you how to turn these tart berries into cranberry relish in a matter of seconds. On your mark, get set. We all know that apples and oranges grow in orchards, while tomatoes and corn grow in fields. Those are obvious. But do you know that mushrooms are grown indoors in long buildings that almost look like army barracks, and that cranberries grow in bogs? Well, they do. And when it comes time to harvest the cranberries, The bog, which during the growing season is a rocky, sandy field filled with bushes, is flooded and the cranberries float to the top to be collected. Today, we're going to show you how to turn these into a tasty relish that's a nice change of pace from your typical cooked or canned cranberry sauce. We start by placing a good amount of fresh or frozen cranberries in a food processor, along with an orange and an apple that we've chunked up. Now we add some sugar, since the cranberries are very tart, and pecans to add a little crunch. We pulse this until everything is chopped and looks like this. It doesn't get any easier. And when you share this at your Thanksgiving feast, along with your knowledge of how cranberries are grown, you'll be the talk of the table. To get the recipe for our cranberry pecan relish, all you have to do is check out our website. I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a cranberry-licious way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
All right, Howard, happy Thanksgiving. Coming up, we'll meet our pet of the week. It's a lovable basset hound. You can see some flurries tonight during your holiday travels. Gary's going over how the rest of your holiday weekend looks next in the First Alert Forecast. Well, Wall Street is trying to bounce back ahead of Thanksgiving. And what scams should you watch for on Black Friday? Here's Diane King Hall with today's Money Watch report.
Wall Street managed to recover some ground in early trading in what has been a brutal week for stocks. Tech shares led the increase with gains in Apple, Facebook, and Alphabet, the parent company of Google. Thousands of jobs are on the chopping block at IKEA. The assemble-yourself furniture retailer says it is slashing 7,500 jobs across offices spanning some 30 countries. The company says it's planning to shift more focus to online sales. The cuts will happen over the next 2 years. Hundreds of malicious apps and websites are looking to steal sensitive information this holiday shopping season. According to cybersecurity company WISC-TV, more than 200 Black Friday apps have been deemed unsafe. One scam circulating on WhatsApp promises Black Friday deals with discounts of 99% off Amazon products. However, Amazon tweeted, "Do not share personal details with such websites." And more than 160 million people plan to shop over the Thanksgiving Day weekend. That's according to the National Retail Federation and Prosper Insights. Black Friday is expected to be the busiest, with 71% of people planning to do their shopping then. A fifth will shop on Thanksgiving Day. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Diane King Hall.
Diane, thank you. Let's check Wall Street. It has rebounded from yesterday's big loss. The Dow Industrial is up 124 points. The NASDAQ up 97. Let's check in now with Q106 Farm Director Pam Yankee in the radio barn on this day before the big feast.
Yep, that's right. And, you know, the good thing about that Dow Jones drop yesterday, Mark, commodities to a large extent really avoided that chaos. We're still focused in on the G20 meeting coming November 30th and December 1st in Argentina. All eyes on the prize and if we can get any kind of compromise going with China. Markets going into the Thanksgiving break are starting to tame down quite a bit in Chicago as far as corn, beans, and wheat are concerned. Our soybeans had traded a little bit stronger earlier today. Now everything seems to be kind of coming back to a safe place, if you will, where traders feel like they can exit the market for at least 24 hours time, if not for the extended weekend. So right now, I just took a glance over my shoulder. Corn market's basically unchanged. The wheat market's basically unchanged. Soybeans are still trading a little bit stronger, but only by about 3 cents. Like I said, I think everybody's trying to square up their positions so they can get out of Chicago and start making their way towards the holiday break. We'll see what kind of volume we get on Friday when it comes to newsmakers there. I'll tell you one newsmaker that I learned about today. Boy, Wisconsin's doing very well on industrial hemp. Brian Kuhn at the Department of Agriculture just wanted to remind anybody that's got hemp permits, you have until December 15th to get all of your 2018 growing data back into the department. They'll put a compilation summary in by the end of the calendar year. So dairy traded today in Chicago. Barrel cheese down a penny at $1.24. 40-pound block cheese rebounding a bit, up a half a cent at $1.34.5. AA butter, another hit, down 2 1/4 cents at $2.28 a pound. This is going on at a time when the American Butter Institute, as well as our Dairy Farmers of Wisconsin, trying to get to those consumers that are looking for a local buying experience when it comes to baking. Buy local Wisconsin butter. It's out there. You just have to read the label and look for it. And this is the commencement of the eating season at the Yankee household. So we'll be looking for a lot of Wisconsin butter. I'll see if I can drive that price up by Monday.
Time to get my turkey pants out. The ones that expand.
I know. Now you're talking about turkey trot. That'll be me from the couch to the leftovers.
There you go. Well, have a great holiday. Don't eat too much.
No, we'll see you on Monday.
All right, happy Thanksgiving. And Gary is here now. And
you're making me hungry.
I know.
A little extra butter on the rolls.
Oh, yeah, can't have enough butter on Thanksgiving, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, the weather should be quiet around here for Thanksgiving. People traveling today shouldn't be any issue around here, but we'll have to watch out for the end of the holiday weekend. Now, Thanksgiving planner for tomorrow, just looking for mostly cloudy skies, maybe a little sunshine from time to time, peeking in between the clouds, but generally cloudy. Winds will pick up out of the southeast, and that'll bring temperatures back up into the middle 30s. Then those temperatures only drop a few degrees at night. But as we head toward the latter part of the holiday weekend, this is for mainly Sunday afternoon, Sunday night, we'll see some light snow develop by Sunday afternoon. There could be some rain mixed in, at least from Madison southward, where temperatures will be a little bit above freezing. But eventually that will change over to light snow on Sunday night. And we could be looking at about a 1 to 3 inch snowfall accumulation. We'll take a look at the computer models in just a minute. But while not a big snowfall, the timing of it is not good at the end of the holiday weekend where a lot of people are traveling. So that's why we have the alert day in the forecast. European computer model snowfall potential showing about an inch, a little over an inch here in Madison, closer to 2 inches down toward the Illinois state line, and then maybe some heavier amounts the farther south and west you go into parts of Iowa and western Illinois. The USGFS computer model shows just barely a measurable amount here in Madison, but maybe an inch or two down toward the Illinois state line, and then farther to the south from Chicago back into parts of north central Illinois, maybe about a 2 to 4 inch snowfall. So the message here is if you're traveling to the south, especially Sunday afternoon and later Sunday night, that will be the time period where the snow is more likely. If you leave earlier in the day on Sunday, I think you'll be okay because mainly it'll be rain there. Doppler track shows some light snow across southern Wisconsin, but right now you can also see some breaks in the clouds as well from the Queen Bee Radio Skycam. So it'll be mostly cloudy this afternoon. There could be a couple of flurries, but for the most part, it's going to look like the WISC Skycam, just cloudy and gray. The Edgewater Skycam in downtown Madison also showing cloudy and gray conditions. The current conditions right now in Madison, temperature 28, skies are mostly cloudy, wind chill is at 19 degrees. Temperatures range from the teens up near Lake Superior to above freezing down to the south across parts of northern Illinois. The next weather system zipping in pretty quickly, but the one we're watching for the weekend still in the Pacific Northwest. It'll take a while to get here, and at the end of the weekend, that's when we'll see that. But a cold front has driven to the south, and temperatures are uniformly cold across our part of the Midwest. It'll be a cold start to the Thanksgiving holiday. Temperatures holding nearly steady around 30 degrees this afternoon. There could be a couple of flurries in spots, but for the most part, just cloudy skies. Tonight, low of 24. Now, we could see a couple of flurries, maybe even a little patchy freezing drizzle as temperatures aloft start to warm up. And then tomorrow, for Thanksgiving Day, a high of 36. It'll become breezy during the afternoon. On future tracking, you can see the clouds sticking around for the afternoon and through much of the night tonight. Temperatures tomorrow in the mid-20s to start out, and high temperatures tomorrow in the middle 30s later in the afternoon. As far as the 7 to 10 day forecast, those temperatures in the 40s for Friday and Saturday. And we'll see some rain showers, especially from Friday night into early Saturday morning. And then again, Sunday afternoon into Sunday night will be the time period for watching for snow. That will end early on Monday. Then cold weather for much of next week. Maybe some snow shower chances toward the end of next week. Doesn't seem to be, that's going to be a big deal at this point.
So if you're heading south, maybe you want to leave a little earlier on Sunday.
On Sunday, yeah. Just keep an eye on the forecast.
All right. Thank you, Gary.
You're welcome.
Well, senior night and the battle for Paul Bunyan's axe for the Badgers this weekend, and also be the last performance at Camp Randall for a UW institution. Band director Mike Leckrone is retiring after 50 years. And today on Live at 4, we'll sit down with the UW legend. We'll look back at his career and how he is approaching his final home game. And we'll find out what's next for Mike. And we'll be back right after this with our Pet of the Week. Stay with us. Marissa DeGroot from the Dane County Humane Society is here with a little pre-Thanksgiving visit since we're not on the air tomorrow. Good to see you.
Hello.
Who is this guy?
We got the handsome Theodore here.
Hi, Theodore.
And he is some sort of Basset Hound mix. You can tell by this nice long body. But then if you take a look at his face, not quite a full Basset.
Yeah, he's not
there.
quite drooly enough. I had a Basset, and you know you're around a Basset.
Oh, yeah. He doesn't quite have the drool, and he doesn't quite have that length of ear.
Right. But he's a good guy. So
Yeah.
how's he here?
So he came to Dane County Humane Society actually from another shelter, another local shelter in Wisconsin that was a little overcrowded. But what we do know about him, he's a younger guy, probably in that, more 2 to 3 year range.
Yeah, his teeth are real good. That's why it's a barometer.
And he's he's an active guy, but he's also pretty laid back. So if you do have other pets in the house, he kind of prefers his canine buddies to be more on the laid back end.
But he likes other dogs.
Yes, he does. The other thing we know about Theodore, he's a smart guy. He's starting to learn a lot. He has a great sit, but he is looking for a family can work with him a bit on that walking on a leash.
They're very strong animals.
For short little legs, they are awfully powerful, and he has a tendency to maybe get a little excited and pull a bit, but
Yeah.
I think he's going to learn so fast.
You are so happy. What a happy guy. All right, so you're closed today.
Yep, we are closed for Thanksgiving tomorrow, actually.
Oh, you're open today?
Yep, we are closed today. We're also closed on Thanksgiving, but we are going to be open on Friday starting at noon, and we're going to be having a Black Friday adoption special running all day. So it's going to be $10 adoption fees for our senior and adult cats, $15 off of adoption fees for all of our dogs, and 20% off all of our merchandise.
That's a great deal.
Yep, so that's from noon until 7 at our main shelter.
Might as well get in the Black Friday spirit.
Yep, so you can come meet Theodore, and it's going to be $15 off that adoption fee for him.
That is a good deal. Last week, we had quite a house full.
Yes, you did. You had Strawberry, Chupa, and Buddy.
Three
all
kittens.
3 kittens, and they all did find great homes.
That is spectacular. We had to get Dave Caulfield in to help with
Yes.
that. All right, well, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Let's get Theodore a home here, Teddy for short. Go to giveshelter.org for information on him and the specials on Friday. Happy Thanksgiving again,
Happy
Marissa.
Thanksgiving.
And Gary has one final check of the forecast.
Things look pretty quiet for this afternoon. Skies are mostly cloudy. Might be a few snow flurries out there. You can see that on Doppler track. Otherwise, temperatures are in the upper 20s. They're not going to move very much, hovering around 30 for much of the afternoon. Wind chills right now make it feel about 10 degrees colder. Otherwise, the 7 to 10 day forecast calls for a high of 36 for tomorrow and then 45 for Friday. Saturday, we could see some rain showers, maybe a little bit of a mix late at night into Sunday. And then Sunday, the possibility for a mix of rain and snow. That could change the snow Sunday night with some minor accumulations there, so we'll keep an eye on that.
All right, 45 will look good. That's our time for now. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. We'll see you back here on Friday. Have a great afternoon. We'll see you at 4.
Making plans that are weather dependent? Get an accurate 12-hour, even a 10-day forecast. Download the Channel 3000 First Alert Weather app and start planning.